It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
How about you? Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. Things are not well at the corner of Lane and Olentangy in
They're
Central
no longer
Ohio.
calling it the Ohio State University. It's back to the.
No, it's back to Ohio State University. Could be OU. Could be Oberlin. Could be.
Oberlin, very, very good, very bright people.
Where's the Yellow Springs School? What was the name of that? Anyway, hi, Tom. How are you, buddy?
Chick.
Yeah, Alabama's your national football champ. Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chickie.
As I live and breathe. What a specimen. Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chickie.
Hey. Ace.
Chick.
Willie. Chick. Ace always throws me a little. Hi, Tom. How are you? Right back to you, baby.
Great. It's good to see you, sir.
Go, man, go.
It's weird because Pat's not on the TV over there. What's going on?
We didn't
I got canceled.
We didn't pay the cable bill.
Oh,
You
damn.
remember
They didn't turn it on yet.
You remember what Dickie Dick says? You know, sometimes that month is a long time.
That's right. Yeah, more month than money.
Had to let that cable bill go.
Damn, is it the 12th already?
Damn.
That reminds me, I got to go buy a new piece of coax today.
Do you still do that in your brain?
What's
like
that?
if there's a power outage? I still to this day go, oh my God, did I pay the bill? Because our phone was disconnected about 20 times, and
I don't. No.
the electricity bill, the electric is what you call that.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
Your
electricity.
mom called it the electric?
The electric. You
I
pay
thought
the
a little
electric.
bit about that this morning because I was in the shower and I ran out of hot water immediately.
Ooh.
So something's going on.
There's something. I had that problem. Interesting, Tom. We'll see how long you let us talk about
Do you
this.
have a tankless?
No.
No.
I'm very thankful for
Where
my hot water
is your hot water heater?
in the basement.
You might want to go down there and check.
Here's the thing.
There may be a swimming pool down there.
I had a problem with that, and if living alone, and if you don't use enough hot water, every now and then the water heater gets a little wonky, and it'll shut itself off.
Oh, I don't know.
So
I just
you've
after
gotta
about
keep
10 years, they have a tendency to sort of empty on you. You may want to go tankless. It's the future.
Yeah.
Not everybody can afford tankless
Yeah,
water
no, it's not.
heaters.
There's a difference in price?
That's a capital expenditure.
I had no idea.
There's a very big difference in price. Tom.
Did you hear? I went from is the electric bill paid to you simply must get
Yes.
a tankless water heater. You simply
yeah.
must.
Yeah.
Hey,
Lord.
I've worked hard all my life to
That's
go
exactly
tankless.
right.
Yes, you have.
Now that we got Musk's opinion, anybody else?
This is,
Yeah, thanks, Elon.
Hear from
Whatever, dude.
Bezos now.
this is yet another aspect of my privileged existence of working my ass off
So it
so I
sounds
can have a
like
tankless hot water heater.
Chick's insinuating that Josh hasn't showered in days.
Or that I'm just not using enough
No,
hot
but
water.
Do you shower every day, Josh?
Yeah. No. I every Monday through Friday, yes.
Yeah,
But sometimes
right.
I'll let a Saturday or a Sunday go.
Yeah, me
Sure,
too.
why
Yeah,
not?
especially in the winter.
No kidding.
I'm not going anywhere. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So once again, you do live alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Just,
Do you?
just
Yeah. Just why do you want to hammer that home?
well, because obviously I would imagine if there were a lady friend around, she might say, well, I
You don't start stinking
love
in
making
a
love.
day.
Quite honestly, pepperoni pizza, man.
I know a lot of women who
Wait a minute.
shower less than I do.
Oh, of
Where are
course.
you living? Dodge City? You got a lady friend.
Yeah.
You might want to go get some fresh water.
lady friend. You might want to take a bath, my son.
Do you still shower every time after a transaction?
Not necessarily.
I do. I try to.
I forgot to tell you
got
this.
me doing this.
This is not me. This is I'm reading the book. What's it called? Testimony by the great singer-songwriter, guitarist from the band called The Band, Robbie
You're
Robertson.
listening to the book, yeah.
Not the same as reading.
No, it's
Yeah, he was-
absolutely different. It's,
Yeah, Robbie was a great bandmate.
Doesn't count.
That was sarcasm.
how do you know? The point is, there's a scene in which
You want to talk to that prick, don't you?
I've
He made
geez.
Levon Helm's life a living hell. He can kiss my ass.
Well,
Chrissy,
maybe-
write that down.
Right, okay, I will.
Maybe Levon did that. Who knows? The point is, there's a great scene in the book in which they're doing a project with Tiny Tim,
Oh, really?
the man who was briefly famous for Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And if I'm not mistaken, Dean may want to help me with this. I think Tiny Tim's appearance when he got married to Miss Vicky on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson may have been the highest rated late night show in history. We had Tiny Tim in here once, and very
And wouldn't that
odd fellow.
entire thing be like making fun of a certain lifestyle? That entire interlude of
Who knows?
Tiny Tim being married to a woman?
Tiny Tim was just a weird guy. But
Yeah,
the
he was
point
bizarre,
is that
Yes.
there was a legend that after every time he had a major transaction, he had to go shower. Well, there's a scene in this book. They're working with Tiny Tim, and he has to stop the recording session, because he has to go use the toilet. And then he explains to everyone that he has to go back to the hotel. And they're going, well, the facilities here are just fine. Garth just used them. Everything's okay. And no, he insists on going back to the hotel, and then he comes back with wet hair quite a while later.
Gotcha.
Because after every transaction, he would do a full shower. Okay. So, hey, everyone's got something. Man. But that guy was extraordinarily odd, but he was very friendly, and played a mean ukulele. Pat, you have a ukulele song for us.
Yeah.
Do you have the uke here?
I know that's at my place.
Okay, sorry. Now, do you have a banjo here?
I do not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Josh, do you have a banjo?
Oh, God.
We're doing this, huh? I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
I guess
Is
we
that
are.
right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
I just love the raw, very real laugh of Jess Hooker there.
Then isolate that.
Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk, and what have you got over there?
Well, we have COVID news. I can't believe this, but apparently Croc sales are soaring during our pandemic.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yes, the clog, derided by many for being ugly, expects 2020 to be a record sales year. They're expecting sales to reach $1.38 billion.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and they're anticipating even more growth in the year ahead. Croc CEO Andrew Reese said at an investor conference that consumers' need for comfort to help drive the sales of their foam clogs.
Are they comfortable?
Yeah, they are very comfortable.
I got a pair. I love them. I wear them. Chick yells at me. Chick, these things, you got to wear them. They're the best.
Don't wear them out of the house. Just don't.
Jump in the water's warm, pal. They're great.
They're great. They're very comfortable.
And they have ones that have little, like, almost fur lining on the inside, so you can stay warm in the wintertime.
Wait a minute. Hold it. What
They
are
have
you saying?
weatherproof Crocs.
Don't they have? There were some celebs that had them. Do they have NFL team Crocs?
Oh, I'm sure, probably.
Sure
And they have little, like, pins, essentially, that you can clip into them. So you can have a little
Put 'em
Colts
through the
pin,
holes.
little Pacers, little Bob and Tom
Sure.
Crocs pin.
What are they, gibbets? Isn't that what they're called?
I think it
believe.
is gibbet,
Yeah.
yeah.
Clogs are easy to clean and sanitize, adding to their appeal during the pandemic.
Well, didn't we have a story people threw them in the dishwasher?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Many young consumers
Well, that's
also
disgusting.
gravitated to the brand during the pandemic.
That is disgusting.
You know what?
What are you talking
It's
about?
like those people that were cooking with their dishwasher. Come on, use the right tool for the right job.
Right, you can just hose your Crocs off.
That's what my shop teacher, Mr. Waddell, always said. As he'd watch one of his students take a screwdriver and hammer something in. Why would you put Crocs in the dishwasher? Put them in the washing machine.
I'm just telling you what people do. Tom.
Yeah.
Well, then the next thing you wash, your dishes are going to taste like feet.
No, they're not.
It's gonna taint the
They're
washer.
not.
Gonna get a little gummy.
Dishwashers are famous for
on.
keeping residual foot stuff in there.
They're famous for that.
Oh, everybody,
absolutely
everybody knows
correct.
So
that.
that means all of your dishes, every time you wash them, they're not clean.
Nope.
The way you are thinking.
I have the sanitize cycle.
Well, then your Crocs will be sanitized.
You have to empty my dishwasher wearing those muffin gloves, whatever they're called.
Oven mitts?
Oven mitts.
Oh, muffin gloves.
Give me the muffin gloves. Honey, where are the muffin
Oven
gloves?
mittens. What are they called? Oven mitts.
Oven mitts.
Yeah, and I just got the new kind that go up to your elbow.
Muffin gloves.
It's like if you're working with molten steel, you can reach into the oven and not. Don't you ever burn yourself just above the oven mitt?
Oh, that's always fun, yeah.
Willie G is over this. A big crowd. We've got Jess Hooker over there, and there he is. Look at that handsome man.
Of course.
The shooter.
Right
It's
on
Jimmy
time.
Pardo, a comedian. Hey, Jimmy, how are you, sir?
Good morning to everyone, or afternoon. I don't know where people are listening. Maybe they're listening to it recorded. Maybe it's the evening. Maybe it's 3 days from now.
Look at those blue eyes.
Seriously.
They pop,
Wow.
don't
They do pop.
Really pop.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Now listen, thank you for mentioning such. And I just woke up, so for the eyes to pop this early for me, they're really working over.
Oh, if they ever do the Paul Newman story, my God.
And I can,
Well, I think
can
I-
I tell you, your hair looks magnificent as well. It's unbelievable.
Well, I thank you for that too. Chick, again, I just woke up. I did the best I could. I put a little a product in there, a mousse, a gelatin, and it's I'm just trying to get by like anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my glasses on so I can take a look and see.
Now, when you
you
look at
guys
those
aren't kidding.
spectacles, my
Yes.
gosh, those are handsome.
Jesus,
amazing.
I do look great this morning.
You really do. Yeah.
Can you
I didn't
move
see
your
without
upper
the
lip?
glasses.
Let's get a
I
little
was just playing
teeth.
along, but woohoo, daddy.
Hello. How are the teeth? I can't see them. Are they okay?
Well, you know what? They're not as pearly as I like them to be, but they're all right. They're okay.
Okay. Now, have you ever done an experiment with facial hair?
Do you mean that I smoked them in a crack pipe? What do you mean?
That would be an experiment. No, I meant, have you ever had a mustache, a beard, a goatee,
I
a
think
Van
we've talked
Dyke?
about this before. I end up looking, and this is setting me up for you to be the jerk you can be from time to time.
I'm not ready.
If I grow a beard, I look like an elf, so it doesn't really work. It doesn't.
Well,
work
if you
like
stand up, you look like an elf.
Well, Jimmy was correct. There you go.
Right off the bat, Jim.
Yeah.
The man is not tall.
we knew it was coming, right? We knew it was coming.
Right, exactly. I mean, what can you do?
How you guys deal with this day in, day out?
We don't.
Some days.
Decades.
We don't.
Decades, Jimmy. You know.
Very difficult.
Jimmy Pardo is the proprietor of the Never Not Funny podcast at podcast.com. And you've got a special virtual show coming up this Friday. Am I getting this right?
That's correct. Yeah, I've been doing these monthly shows at flapperscomedy.com to help them raise money because they're not open during this pandemic. So I've been doing these virtual shows. We're getting a decent amount, between 100 and 150 people show up. And, it helps keep Flappers open during this time so that they're around when this pandemic ends and comics will have another place to work. So
Great.
come on out, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I guess that makes it 10 p.m. Eastern.
And where do you find
9
it?
Central, 8 Mountain, flapperscomedy.com.
Okay. Now, so are you sitting or standing when you do it?
I am sitting and comfortably talking to the people. I can't see it. Those shows where you see a guy standing in front of his shower curtain, that just seems so uncomfortable. Right? Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? It's like, who you, Rupert Pupkin? You're not doing that for comedy?
I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. And are these interactive? Is it like an interview thing? Or are you actually doing a...
I interact with them. Yes, it's an all request show. So what I do is the producer that works the technology part of it. Is that a good sentence? Mm-hmm. He finds somebody and he'll go, "Hey Jimmy, let's talk to Jess." And then I go, "Hey Jess, how are you?" And then we chit chat. And then I say, "Hey, is there a story you'd like to hear?" And they go, "I want to hear about the time you threatened to beat up an old man on the golf course." I go, "Oh, okay, I'll tell you that story." And then I tell that story. Yeah. So that's how that works for an hour or so.
Is there a stairway to heaven, if you will, of Jimmy Pardo stories that is the one everyone wants to hear?
You mean classic Pardo?
Everybody likes to hear one that I cannot share with you on terrestrial radio.
Is this the one about the bathtub?
No, that's a classic. Nobody's asked for that one yet.
Don't.
You mean his
I
uncle?
think,
Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
he told one about a bathtub when we were in the Bahamas with him. Remember that one?
That's a classic Pardo that if I tried to do it now, I would choke on the dust that bit is living under.
I see. Well, that's cool. Jimmy Pardo is our guest, and Jimmy is a veteran of both stand-up comedy and the world of the podcast. And you can find his podcast, as I just mentioned, Never Not Funny. And this is a special event coming up with Jimmy on Friday evening, and you can check it out again. Give me those times. Just Eastern time will be all I need, really.
Eastern time is, I believe, 10 p.m. But again, more than happy to tell you about Central. That's 9. And then Mountain's 8.
But Central, I think if we talk
7.
Central time, we're talking about your boyhood.
Oh, Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago, and that kind of ties into the other thing. I grew up in the. I didn't grow up in the record stores. I guess I did. I guess we all kind of grew up in record stores if we liked like albums and stuff. And I got this other thing I'm doing. Jimmy's Records and Tapes. My web series is back, and this season I'm doing a little something different. Doing my fave fives on a certain topic. So you can come by and people and anger. That's really all the Fave 5 does. It ends up angering people that you didn't pick one of the 5 songs.
What was the format last year?
I went year by year from 75 to 95 on my favorite album of the year and my favorite single of the year.
Well, that's a lot of fun, though.
Off the top of your head, can you remember your favorite album from 95?
From 95 would be Hootie and the Blowfish.
Okay, yeah.
Favorite song?
Yeah, now ask me 94. No, 94 I know as well. 94 was Steve Perry's Love of Strange Medicine. Then 93 I couldn't tell you for $1 million. Not for $1 million, I got to tell you 93.
No,
how about seriously, Josh, offer me $1 million.
I've got $1 million cash right here in a suitcase. I could give it to you if you can tell me your favorite album from 1993.
Can't do it.
Just take a guess. Just take a guess for me.
A guess of 93? I can't even think of an album that came out in 93.
Just take a stab.
If I quickly cheat and look at
I'm about to set this money on fire.
Jeez, I can't. I've never been panicked more in my life, and I brought this topic up.
It's burning.
This is on me. I can't.
Yeah, totally on you.
250K gone.
$500,000.
That's correct. Now, what was your favorite song of 95, Jimmy Pardo?
Okay, this is a mistake calling you guys today. I'm not prepared.
Oh, of course.
The Hootie and the Blowfish answer, 95. What was your favorite song that year?
Here we go. Hey, this is going to be interesting. 93. This doesn't make sense in 2021. My favorite album, 93, was Toby Keith's self-titled album.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
all right.
You're all over
Did
the spectrum.
anybody have that?
No, I wouldn't have guessed that.
No.
Not at all.
But it was your
then,
favorite.
the single was Pat Benatar's "Everybody Lay Down." That was the single from '93.
I don't even remember that song.
I don't either.
It's a really good song. Obviously, it's my favorite.
Yeah, obviously.
My favorite Pat Benatar song was "Love Is a Battlefield," and whenever we'd play it, we would
Add extra sound effects.
we'd add explosions and stuff that would really irritate the program director.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
It became kind of famous.
Yeah, it did.
On the show. Do you know what feature film Pat Benatar is referenced in? Anyone?
Fast Times.
Terms of endearment?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, they dress like her.
Affecting the Pat Benatar. Stories. Do you have a favorite Pardo story, Chick McGee?
Me?
Chick.
I can't remember. I don't know how it goes, but I know I love it. When you decided you were going to wear on an airplane, you were going to wear this certain outfit, and you didn't care. You thought it might be questionable.
Well, I believe this is if it's the one I'm thinking about. It was pre-pandemic. It was a few years ago.
Right.
And I was very. I was not feeling great.
Right.
And there was maybe the bird flu was going around or something. And I was like, you know what? I probably should wear a medical mask on the plane. I probably should wear a mask.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? People look at you. You're already not the tallest guy. People are looking at you. Don't do that. You're going to call attention to yourself. Don't. And then I went, nobody cares what you're wearing. Nobody's going to worry about what you're wearing.
That's right.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And then I'm walking down the hallway of the airport going to my gate, and I see a guy walking towards me with a mask, and I went, look at this idiot. So, yeah.
That's how that ended.
Is that the one you were thinking about, Chick?
Yep, that's it. That's
All
the
right.
one.
Hope it lived up to your expectations.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, how are things?
Absolutely. Thank you, Chick. Appreciate it.
Now, are you keeping busy?
I'm doing the best I can, Tom, like anybody else during this pandemic. Look, I am. I got the web series. I'm doing the podcast. As I was just saying to your wonderful producer, Dean, off the air, very, very lucky that I'm able to stay busy during this time. My son and I, here's the little quiz for you guys.
Okay.
We're playing a game, and this is 90% of the game is this. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. Any guesses?
Were you playing Sorry?
Nope. Frisbee. Playing Frisbee.
Oops.
Yeah.
90% of Frisbee with my son Oliver's. Oops, sorry. Sorry, Dad. Oh, okay, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
Okay. And Jimmy, tell everybody in the room how old Oliver is now.
Oliver's 13 years old.
Man.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he?
Oliver, not unlike taking a page out of the Bob and Tom Show, Oliver writes a weekly trivia question for the podcast. It's Oliver's trivia question. And, we do a little thing where he writes a fun trivia question, and we have to answer it.
Cool. Is he doing school virtually at this point?
he's just dropped out. That seems to be the issue.
Okay, good idea.
I need somebody to write these questions. They're not going to write themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I assume at 13 he has his own cell phone and he's got his own smartphone.
He does have his cellular telephone, but honest to God, unlike other kids, he does not have it glued to his hand. He very rarely has it.
Oh, that's lucky.
It's just
Wow.
kind of there so that he can get the updates from the teachers about school and that sort of thing.
What does he want? Has he talked about what he wants to do when he becomes an adult?
I'm as disappointed by you as you guys will be by this. He wants to be a comedian.
Oh boy, that's bad. Yeah, that's
Wow.
Right?
Well, mom and dad, yeah. What do you-
Yeah,
world of pain.
got the genes.
Break one night for first mama, right?
Does he? Has he ever tried it in front of an audience?
He has done it. He introduces me at all the Flapper shows. He writes a fun little intro that usually somehow insults me. I don't know why I allow it, and then it's time for Daddy to take over.
Okay.
Does he critique your set when you're done?
You know what? Honest to God, Tom, the only 2 times he's come to see me, he saw me at the Improv once, last at summer of 19, and then he saw me at Flappers, the actual physical venue, and I don't think I said the F word more in my entire life that show, and I was proud to have my, at the time, 11-year-old son. So,
Yes.
yeah. But apparently he loved it. He did have a note about what, you know what? He liked an improv. I did some improv, some ad lib about it being working for the weekend, and I went, Loverboy style, huh? And he thought that was the funniest thing in the world. So the critiques were all positive.
Good.
Great. Well, Jimmy Pardo, always a great pleasure. And Jimmy does one of the greatest charity events every year. Find out more about Jimmy Pardo by exploring everything you can about him on the internet. Never Not Funny is the podcast. The virtual show is this Friday. 9 o'clock Eastern? Would that be 8 o'clock Central?
10
o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock.
10 Eastern.
What is it in Newfoundland?
9. Newfoundland would be, I believe, 11.
Okay, sorry. But you'll find out all the information. We'll post it on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Jimmy.
Have a great day.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.